What's up, guys? First, I want to introduce myself. I'm Austin. My wife Jess behind the camera. Our dog Otto.
Otto.
We got 2 cats currently inside because we are prepping for Hurricane Milton. It is exactly 5:58 p.m. Tuesday, October 8th. We are in the beautiful city of New Smyrna Beach, Florida. We've been here for about 6 years. We grew up 45 minutes inland. We've been living in Florida 31 years. That's our whole life. We're Floridians. Our parents are from here. Our parents' parents are from here. So we know everything there is to know about dealing with hurricanes. We've done it our whole life. Just as recent as 2 years ago, we dealt with a pretty severe hurricane, actually very severe hurricane in New Smyrna and all parts of Florida. If you were to take September 29th and go back 2 years, and I was standing right here, I'd be standing in about shin deep water. We got very lucky because our house, it's an older house and it sits up. Our neighbor's house flooded. A bunch of our friends' houses flooded. Tons of houses south of us flooded. It was pretty bad. So this brings out a lot of PTSD for a lot of people because there hasn't been a major hurricane like this since then. Helene just went up the coast, the west coast, but we didn't really feel much from that. A little bit of wind. This one's real. With all that being said, I'm gonna show you what we go through from A to Z, from start to finish. We're gonna show you how we prep. We're gonna show you how we have fun, because you gotta relax in all this chaos. We don't know what this hurricane's gonna do. Right now, it's still in the Yucatan, just north of the Yucatan Peninsula. It should be making landfall on the west coast in about 10 to 12 hours, I think. We should start feeling impacts from it. Outer bands, we're gonna get some rain tomorrow. Today, it's a sunny day. It always seems like that's the case. A couple days or the day before a hurricane, it's like eerily calm, strange calm. Right now, there's no wind, and then 2 days from now, we're talking 50, 60, 70 mile an hour winds, potentially even 100. Let's give you a tour of the house, show you what we go through. I got 3 cameras set up along this property, and I'm gonna try to get as much footage as I can from when we first start seeing some rain to the worst of it and then after it. So come along for the ride. We know a lot of people probably have never experienced a hurricane before. We're going to show you how we ride a hurricane out. So let's get to it. First, garage. Garage is very essential in a hurricane because you need a place to put all your stuff that's outside inside. So we got our tables, we got our chairs, we got just decorated for Thanksgiving last week, and then you gotta take it down. That's Florida fall for you. We're not really out of hurricane season until like November, I think. So everybody up north, leaves are changing. It's beautiful, weather's great, getting a little cold front. It's still hot down here. We're still fighting the tropics, but we're doing it with a smile. Generator, ready to go. Gassed up. Cords. I don't think we're gonna need those, but I'll close this up. So come on, let's go inside. And also all these plants, all the moringa trees. What are these, Jess?
I can't remember.
Can't remembers.
Can't remembers.
All these will go inside to protect them from the wind. But I'm gonna keep them out here as long as possible before coming in, bud. This is probably Otto's first real hurricane here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't get bothered by anything. All right, so water. Water is very essential. You go to Winn-Dixie right now, no water. So, as a Floridian, we bought all our water like last week. As soon as we hear something like this, we just get some water. We don't overdo it, but we try to prep ahead of time because if you don't, you're waiting in lines. You got potential for not getting any. Anyways, also, Jess has been hard at work. Cookies, homemade from scratch.
Liar.
Brownies. We got eggs from Dan, of course. Toilet paper. Like I said, it's just the 2 of us. We didn't need to get the 48 pack. Don't get the 48 pack. Stuff on the porch that came in. Everything that was outside comes in. This is Otto's treat, his hurricane treat he doesn't know about yet. Our hurricane prep box. We got propane tanks, lights, lighters, little hammock, Thermacell.
Nice.
If you guys don't know what a Thermacell is, it keeps the mosquitoes out. Best thing I've ever used. Florida, mosquitoes. This thing really works. So good to have. It's gonna be a lot of muggy nights. Kids are gonna be out, might not have power. They might make their way inside. Flashlight, important. But the power's probably gonna go out. We kind of know that. Oh, what if the power doesn't go out? Maybe it would. No, it's probably gonna go out. When there's winds this high, it's a matter of how long. That's the real concern. But at the same time, we've been out of power for 7 days. That's why everybody has a generator. Keep your food fresh. You're not gonna have AC. It's a little tough. Looks like there might be some cooler, for us Floridians, cooler weather coming after this. That'll make it somewhat manageable. But in any event, not too bad. Oh, and also Jess wanted me to mention, she got some candles. Cool, good vibes. Here's a little pizzazz. Charging up the iPad, downloading some Netflix stuff. Currently got the baseball on because the Weather Channel's been on for hours and hours and hours, and at a certain point it's like, you don't need to check it every 10 minutes. Every couple hours at this point. I'm gonna have a camera set up. This is our front porch, it's covered. I'm also gonna have a camera set up on the right side of the house and the front of the house. So that'll be some cool views. Got all our patio furniture off. That's all in the back. All right, I use the Windy app. Get it for free in the App Store. Use it a lot for surfing, but it's really handy for a hurricane, and it seems to be pretty accurate. So I'm gonna actually screen record from right now at 6 p.m. Tuesday, October 8th. And I'm gonna have it pop up here on the screen for you so you can see. And I'm gonna run it all the way to, so now it's 7 a.m. Wednesday morning, and it's in the Gulf, and we're gonna start feeling some of these outer bands, especially Tampa, West Coast area. They're gonna move on forward to about noon tomorrow. It's still kind of in the same spot, just a little more east. And that's when we're gonna start to get more bands from what I've seen. Rain is gonna start raining tomorrow about 10 a.m. and it ain't gonna stop. There's always a potential for it to break up in these bands, but for the most part, it's gonna be raining constantly. And then we're gonna fast forward here all the way to 8 p.m. tomorrow night. And now that eye is getting closer and closer to Tampa, we're gonna go into, let's go into 6 a.m. Thursday morning. And as you can see right here, that eye is right over just north of Sarasota, and the storm surge obviously is a big concern right there, and they just went through it with Helene. It's just really, really sad. And at this point we're going to start feeling even more heavy winds. This thing was supposed to come through in the middle of the night. For us, seems to have slowed down a lot to where we're actually going to get it a lot during the day. So we're going to fast forward to Thursday at noon. And right now the eye, as you can see, is right over St. Cloud, which is kind of right near Disney. If you look up north, we're just south of Daytona Beach right there. And that's heavy, heavy winds. And that's going to be a lot of rain right there too. And then we push forward to 5 p.m. that night. Still right there, kind of moving slow. The eye is just off the coast of Cocoa Beach, and then we go to night. Let's go to 9 p.m. The eye is off the coast now in the Atlantic, but I mean, it's not over yet. This is just showing you the wind. This is not really showing you the bands of rain that are going to be obviously still there. And we're going to go even to Friday morning, and we're still going to be feeling the wind from it, even though it's way out in the Atlantic. Now this changes all the time, but it's, as we get closer, it starts to get a little more consistent. It'll wobble back and forth, but slightest 20, 30 miles south or north can make a difference for a lot of people on that west coast and east coast and central Florida. It's a real guessing game, and you just constantly are checking the weather, like I was saying earlier. It just turns into a waiting game. So not much you can really do after you prep. We've been through these a lot. There is a little anxiety below it all for us, but at a certain point you just got to hunker down and hope for the best. Try to take your mind off of it. Be in a safe spot. Watch for tornadoes is another issue, but for now, feel the calm before the storm. We got all our neighbors connected. We got our family. We got family back in Central Florida. We got some that is a little closer to the ocean. So we're all connected. Checking in on everybody is super important in all this. We're gonna have ourselves a good meal tonight, get a good night's sleep, because probably tomorrow night we're not gonna get much sleep. Check back in with you tomorrow morning, show you what it looks like outside, and yeah, we'll see you in the morning. All right, good morning. It is 9:04 a.m. Wednesday, October 9th. Currently we have, light showers, I would say.
Yeah.
If you see the clips that I posted earlier. Came down pretty hard this morning. Started around 6 a.m. and then rained pretty hard for a couple hours, which was a little concerning to wake up to that much rain, and the hurricane is still that far away from us. I guess it's called a hatched area that's, I'll show you in the map, but it's way up, like northeast of the hurricane, part of the hurricane, but it's just causing all this rain. Looks like the radar's showing it's going to calm down. Get some, what's that?
Maybe some clear skies ahead.
Could calm down in an hour or so, and we should get some dry-ish weather for a little while until this hurricane really picks up. West Coast is really starting to see it. On tonight and tomorrow is when we're going to start getting wind. We'll be back here at lunchtime, give you another update. So for now, we're sitting here. We got Otto, Jess, and we are enjoying our time on the porch while we can. Tree company, the legends, them, and the power companies, and all the first responders. So it's actually kind of a nice morning, and we're enjoying it while we can. So gonna make some breakfast, have some more coffee, watch some news, maybe watch some sports while we still have power, and we'll see you back here at lunch. Cheers. Preventative measures just in case they lose power. All right, we didn't do a lunch update because there wasn't much going on. A lot of rain, but it's 6:09 now, p.m., Wednesday, October 9th, and for the past, I would say, 12 hours it's been raining. It lightens up and then it gets pretty heavy, but I'd say within the past 2-3 hours it's really picked up and the wind's starting to pick up. Down in our yard, we got, I don't know if you can see, but a ton of stuff down. This would probably call this like tropical storm. Conditions, yeah. I would call this tropical storm conditions right now with occasional like hurricane conditions. It's ramping up and we're still pretty far. The eye hasn't even hit Tampa yet, and we're on the complete opposite side in Daytona on the East Coast, so we're in for a long night. We got a lot of standing water already out here. I don't know if you can see this right here. You can see the wind coming off our neighbor's garage. A lot of rain. a lot of debris. So try to get some clips throughout the night. We're just gonna kind of pick up, and then yeah, we're gonna probably make our final meal on the stove before we probably lose power. We actually already had a flickering, about 15 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Came back on. Happens from time to time, even in storms. People are still on the roads. I don't know about that. But we're gonna cook our probably last meal for who knows how long on the stove. Hey, maybe we get lucky, we don't lose power, but I think we're gonna lose power. And hunker down. Cats are inside. The dog's inside. Yeah, we're gonna push through the night, and we'll see you in the morning or tonight. So wish us luck. Our 9:42 update. A lot of water, and it hasn't stopped. Wind is whipping. Still have power somehow. Flickered multiple times, but we're rocking. Palm trees are wild. Oh, here we go. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Woo! Oh. Somehow still have power. A bit of a lake. And a wild night. Made it to 5:18 a.m. Lost power. Kind of wild we made it that far. Initiate lantern. Alright, good morning. October 10th, 8 what, Jess?
8:10.
It's like 8:10 a.m. We made it through the night. Showed you some clips of that. It was really wild. The wind was going crazy. Trees were rattling. Just like Ian, we went to bed and things were kind of mellow-ish. Wind was still crazy, but not a lot of damage. So you go to bed and it gets dark. You can't see what's going on out there really, what the damage is. So you kind of, all night you're kind of wondering, what are we going to wake up to? For Ian, we woke up to about a foot of water on our whole property, a river running down our road out there. I'll show a clip of that 2 years ago. Similar, there's not as much water as Ian brought, but it is still a ton of water. As you can see, that's probably, I'd say, 4 inches.
Yeah, it's hard
at
to
least.
say.
And we got some areas that don't have it, but then over there it's just, that over there has got to be a foot or 2 at least. Dan's moringa tree fell down. Looks like it might still be in the ground though, which is good. Banana trees, we just planted these things a month ago and they're holding strong, so power in the banana. Some fence down back there. We'll show you the front yard and all that, but all things considered, we're lucky. Lost power, I guess all that. Little story, came down at 5, still had power somehow. Turn the coffee pot on. Maybe let's just start the day. Can't sleep. 5 minutes later, no power. Coffee probably didn't make it. Probably this much coffee in the pot. Full pot. The coffee got spoke. We got coffee. It's really all you need, coffee and water. Really. Jess is forcing me to go get the propane tank to heat up the coffee because it's that hot. But
We waited too long.
we were gonna go camping this weekend, so hey, let's just camp at our house.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, turn the light on. No power. Plants made it. Wild night, huh? Glad you guys were in here. Oh. Oh. Here to start my new job. We got coffee, hot coffee this time. We're out in the front porch. Didn't miss a front porch coffee session, even with the hurricane. As you can see, we lost our moringa. We didn't lose it, but it uprooted. Relocate that thing, backyard I'm thinking. I'll take you over to the side of the yard. Both cars made it. Bunch of limbs down, the papaya. That thing stayed solid, even with water just sitting all around it. And that thing's only been in the ground for 4 months. Grateful for that. The morning after, what it looks like is you come out, you assess, you hopefully have some coffee, you call everybody that you know, check in on them. If you don't have power, you start to kind of go into the no power mode. It's almost instinctual as a Floridian. You go into like a mode where you're kept on your toes. You try to, Jess and I both already tried to flip on a couple lights that obviously weren't working.
Open the fridge and close it real fast.
We're gonna give it a little time to kind of settle down till we break the generator out. We'll run you guys through all that as well. But yeah, it's just about checking in on everybody, making sure everybody's safe, everybody's houses are intact. We got some good news from people down the street that flooded last Hurricane Ian, that they're doing good. No water in their house, which is a great sign. That was a wild one for sure. Craziest one I've seen since I was a kid. And when you're a kid, you just kind of, you don't really think about it. But as an adult, you really just kind of go, whoa.
When you're feeling your house shake and your bed shake all night.
And, our house is 106, 7 years old, built in 1916. So it's an old house, it rumbles, it shakes. But man, this thing is solid. It's been here a long time. They knew what they were doing when they built this. This house has seen a lot of storms, and it's going to see more. Cheers to making it through this. And hurricane season's still not over. That's the crazy part. Like you do one, and then you're like, all right, let's put away the generator. Let's start thinking about the holidays. No. You still got to have it in the back of your mind. Fingers crossed. Hopefully we don't have to deal with it again this season, but next season it's right back at it again. And it's just a part of it. You embrace it. You're grateful for what you have. No damage, friends, family, all good. So we're gonna keep you in the process of the cleanup, living without power, hanging. Last Hurricane Ian, we were able to watch college football through the generator on this porch. It'll get beautiful after we get our first cold front for some reason after a hurricane, at least for Hurricane Ian. So terrible weather to some of the best weather is coming right up. So stay tuned. Cheers. Aw.
He's good, he's dry.
Hey, little buddy. Look at you. Wild night, huh? Little guy.
Yeah. He was trying to climb the palm tree, but he kept landing in the water.
Saved him.
Yeah.
Got some rain. I feel some rain.
many of us are without power. Here's meteorologist Marquise Meade.
Thank you, Rick. I think out of the 11.5 million customers surveyed widespread across the state of Florida, we have over 3 million customers without power. So across the state, 29% of us are.
No injuries. This was being used as a staging area for thousands of linemen, but we know that they were relocated before that roof was damaged. Now the
Tired? Yep. And just like that, the sun is back out.
And that is a jack. 2-run homer.
Woo. Going on 7 hours, it's noon, it's Thursday, 7 hours, no power. A little worried about stuff in the fridge going bad, so breaking out the generator. I got hope that we were gonna get power back tonight. Been some talk on the news about restoring power around the town, like 6,000 people already restored, which is a good sign. So, but gotta get this food on ice. I got the generator out, been tucked away for a couple years, gassed up. Moment of truth. That's not good. Alright, we thought it was the cord, but it wasn't. I just forgot to flip the breaker on the actual generator, so let's see if that fixes it. It does. Boom. We got fresh food. Important. When that begins, I think we're gonna go try and put that fence back up so Otto can, once this all dries out, he can roam around freely. Morning, folks. Day 3.
Yes.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Right. Well, Tuesday was prep. I think we've been on here since Wednesday, so day 3. As you can hear, generators still linger in the background. We're still out of power. We're going on 27 hours. Commercial-free football. Power. It's been all good though. Weather's been nice. We slept with the windows open. It was, didn't sweat at all. It was really comfortable. Started some cleanup yesterday. Could only do a little bit because the ground was still so wet. We had a proper hurricane party last night. Went over to a friend's house, drank some wine.
What?
Played some games.
What?
Talked about our hurricane experiences. Just an absolute proper hurricane party. Came back here, made a late night snack, chicken nachos in the dark at like 10:30. Watched some football. Won a little money on DraftKings. I mean, when I say little money, it was like $6. That's a big win for us. Day 3 starts right now. We got coffee, make some breakfast, and the big cleanup day. Big cleanup day. The sun's out, kind of like a, not hot, The breeze is nice. And we're gonna get after it today, so cheers. Come along for the ride. Today was the big cleanup day. Otto helped as much as he could. We put everything on the side of the road.
Pause for Otto love.
It's dinner time.
Oh, yeah.
It's dinner time, bud. So we got all the property cleaned up. Took everything to the road, bagged a bunch of leaves and debris, and what else rhymes with debris? Got a mow in. The water's still pretty wet, but we were able to work around it, and it's starting to dry out. We absolutely had a beautiful day weather-wise. We didn't get above 80 and the humidity is down, and it has been a brutal summer, and we're just like taking it all in. This is got to be the nicest day in a long time, since before summer for sure.
Definitely.
So we're grateful for that. I mean, so crazy how it can go from the wildest weather to the nicest, and just like that, and how quick a property can go from what it was to back to where we were, just like that.
And we're very grateful.
And we are super, super grateful. We lucked out. We got some friends that got 3 inches of water in their house, and some rooms flooded, and a lot of people have a long road ahead all across the state of Florida. All the people up in North Carolina still working hard to build back. We're super grateful. We still don't have power. We're going on like 36 hours. No sweat, no big deal. We're having fun with it. We can't complain. I think we're going to run this whole episode until we have power again, so hang with us. I'm going to go make some probably quesadillas. Power can turn back on right now. It could be, we got an email saying by 5 o'clock tomorrow everybody should have power. I guess 72% of people in our city have power. We just happen to be the 28% that don't. All good, no sweat. Hang with us. Thanks for watching, and we'll be right here until we get power back on. See you in a bit. Good morning. Sunday, October 13th, 7:18 a.m. We did gain power last night at 6 p.m. That put us at about 60 hours with no power. We enjoyed some beautiful weather, some outdoor cooking, but we're grateful to have the AC back on. It was getting a little warm yesterday for Otto especially. We're currently headed to check the surf. If there's one little small silver lining in all this, sometimes these hurricanes bring a little bit of fun surf. So I think this is the last day for the swell from Milton. The ocean has calmed down. Winds have subsided. It's almost like no wind at all. Thanks for following along. And good vibes to all the people still dealing with the aftermath of Milton. Our thoughts and prayers go out to everybody. We'll see you back here for something else in the future. Peace and love.